Hello, bro. You good? Yes, bro.
Welcome to the workshop of a suspected murderer. Last night we revealed how Nicolas Gomez de Brito was free to live in Britain because he can't be imprisoned in Brazil, where police want him over a gang shooting.
She had to wait in Brazil to carry down as well. Yeah.
He's one of two fugitives we featured, the other a paedophile. Both used the European Convention on Human Rights to avoid extradition.
For repeatedly raping a 5-year-old girl.
Oh my God.
Now those decisions of the court are making up the minds of politicians we've taken our findings to.
We are being taken for mugs. Britain is being mugged by this. I mean, it's absolutely shocking. We cannot be a safe haven for rapists and murderers because the prisons in their country are not nice. That is not our job.
Does this harden your view that perhaps Britain will need to withdraw from the ECHR?
Well, I've said that I'm increasingly coming to that view. This is yet another piece of evidence. We need to stop it.
These cases did happen under a Conservative government. Why didn't you stop it then?
I'm not saying that we got everything right when Conservatives were in government, but we're under new leadership now. I feel very strongly about these issues, and I'm taking the party in a much tougher direction. We need a harder line on this.
The European Convention on Human Rights was drafted by countries including Britain in 1950. In the wake of World War II, 46 nations have signed up to it. Article 8 protects the right to a family life, often cited in immigration cases. The government has already said it wants to review that one. But our investigation revealed how fugitives are using Article 3, protection from torture, to argue they can't return to Brazil's overcrowded and violent prisons. Today, the government told me it will now re-examine that article too.
If we see people who are engaging in criminal behaviour, they should be on the first plane back home.
They're not though, are they?
I'm not going to comment on specific cases because we have an independent judiciary that is impartial, that does a really good job.
And they do a good job here, honestly?
They will be weighing up the evidence that comes before them and applying the law in particular cases. The role of politicians is to step back and say, are our laws fit for purpose?
What are some of the things you think should be looked at within the Convention?
So, for example, the Home Secretary has announced that we're going to examine how Article 3, which came up in your investigation, make an assessment of how it's being applied in cases such as that. We're in the business of reform, not scrapping the Convention. Why would we dispense with a convention that, as I said, is one of the proudest legacies of the post-war era?
Why aren't you in Brazil waiting to stand trial?
What do you mean?
Among the complex questions tonight, politicians must weigh the right of alleged criminals to be safe with the right of everyone else to be safe from them. Paul Brand, ITV News.